Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be spending some time breaking down the trailer that we got recently for the upcoming series of canon Ninjago shorts known as Return to the Wyldness. The first release for these shorts will be July 17th, 2024, and I realized over the past couple of days of me talking about this series, I have not actually broken down the trailer like I would usually do for a Ninjago trailer. So that's exactly what we are going to be doing for today's video. Let's not waste any more time and let's get started. Okay, so here we are on the actual trailer itself. Now this teaser is very interesting, I'd say. There's a lot going on, and simultaneously there's not much going on. Now, one of the biggest things that people have been talking about is the voice of Wildfire, and there has been some speculation, I'd say, surrounding whether or not this is actually the original voice for Wildfire. I don't think so. Upon listening to this trailer in question and listening to some previous scenes of Wildfire, her voice does sound a little bit different. Now, I don't think this is a sign of them recasting for the actual Ninjago series. This might just be a case of, well, you know, these shorts are on a lower budget. Maybe they needed to hire a cheaper voice actress. I have no idea. But yeah, the voice actress does sound different. I have not been able to find any specific names as to who is voicing Wildfire here, but a lot of Ninjago fans have been speculating that it is a different voice actress. So I guess keep that in mind. And speaking of things being different from the actual Ninjago series, obviously the art style here is very different. It's very comic booky. It's not as polished as the traditional Dragons Rising series would be. I know some folks might have an issue with that. I think it's okay just for this series of shorts. I mean, obviously these shorts have a lot of tie-in media, including comics, so this adopting a more comic book feel, again, I think that is perfectly fine. Makes sense to me. And yes, like I said, they are planning on making this multimedia. So there are going to be various shorts that we see here, obviously the comics. There are also apparently going to be some voice clips released, whatever that means, maybe just audio recordings of Wildfire and her inner thoughts, I suppose. And also we have a series of actual YouTube shorts featuring Wildfire clips. We've been talking about how LEGO has been uploading Wildfire shorts constantly on their channel. Well, that's essentially why. It's all just one big multimedia project based on Wildfire. I do think that is pretty cool and pretty ambitious. Now, getting into the actual trailer itself, again, it doesn't really show much, but it does reveal that Wildfire is pretty upset that Kai is gone. Obviously, we saw Kai disappear into nether space at the end of Season 2, Part 1. These shorts do take place in between Parts 1 and 2 of Season 2. So for the timeline, we have Part 1, these shorts, and then Part 2 coming out later this year, I imagine. I like how Wildfire is reacting to Kai's loss here. She goes off on her own, you know, just trying to collect her thoughts, but then she finds these baby dragon boys. Look at how cute these guys are. Now, I think these guys do have names, but I cannot remember them off the top of my head. I know, very, very professional. But I like these guys. They look pretty cute. I would not mind getting figures of these things. Again, as I've mentioned previously, maybe they could repaint the baby Ryu mold, perhaps, or that new baby Source Dragon mold. They could make it work. Wildfire is pretty stunned by these little guys, and I do like the relationship here that is forming. One of them literally jumps on her face. So that's pretty funny. I imagine this would make for some excellent comedy, but I love the way that they look. They are so cute. I think those guys would be awesome to get in actual Lego form. We have a couple of things going on here, couple of equally dangerous scenes happening at the same time, or maybe, you know, one after another being showcased at the same time, I would say. It is also worth mentioning that Wildfire is not yet in her Season 2 tournament design. She is still in her traditional Season 1 normal design here, her normal attire. I do imagine, though, that maybe towards the end of these shorts, she could acquire that new tournament design, maybe showing her finally, you know, coming into her own, maturing a little bit. whatever you want to call that. I think that is possible. Wildfire does an awesome flip over this lava, but the baby dragons are oh so helpless. Save them, Wildfire. We also have some interesting stuff here with Wildfire's heat powers. I think they look extremely awesome in this kind of comic booky style. Again, some people might call this maybe a little bit cheap looking, maybe a little bit unpolished. It definitely is to an extent, but I do like, again, the comic book aesthetic that they are going for here. Wildfire shoots her heat blasts at something dangerous. Speaking of dangerous things, we also have this gigantic purple snake. Now, I do wonder if this snake has any ties to previous large snakes that we've seen. I mean, it is purple like that giant anaconda from season 4, and it's also green like the Great Devourer. I don't know, it kind of has the frills like Wajira used to have. I don't know. This could be something related to those previous large snakes, but more than likely this is a beast coming from another realm. Remember, this is the merged lands after all. Anything could happen. This could very well be a creature that was native to the Wyldness. And again, considering that Wildfire will be going back to the Wyldness during the series, this very well could just be a creature that was native to the Wyldness, all that good stuff. Next, we have a sequence in an ice cave where Wildfire is, I guess, trying to save the baby dragons. We can see the snake approaching as well. The snakes might eat the dragons. Who's to say? Wildfire needs to stop the snake and save the dragons. Can she do it before the snake eats them? I sure hope so. I mean, these guys are pretty precious looking. I was gonna say, what's happening there? Transition. Nice fiery transition. We have an old rickety bridge, that classic cliche that we've seen a million times in other shows and also a million times in Ninjago. There's always a rickety bridge, right? And the rickety bridge always breaks and falls apart, right? Oh man. Wildfire's hanging on for dear life there. The dragons are also hanging on. I like how they're kind of biting each other's tails, trying to hold on. This one's like gripping her feet. Amazing grip on this one right there. Falling rocks, all that good stuff. And Wildfire and the baby dragons escaping something once again. That will lead to the end of the little trailer here. So I am super excited for this series of shorts. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, these are canon. These are important for Wildfire's character specifically. Of course, she's dealing with the loss of Kai, and that'll pretty much wrap it up for my little breakdown of this Wildfire trailer. Leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. What exactly do you think about this trailer? What do you think about the series of shorts itself? Let me know down below, and thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.